And speaking of AI, it kind of nicely flows into our next newsworthy topic of the day, which is the emergence of Magnus, which is an autonomous AI agent developed by Chinese startup Monica. Magnus is gaining attention for its ability to independently handle complex tasks like sorting resumes, analyzing stock trends, and even building websites, a step beyond traditional chat based AI models. This development has drawn comparisons to DeepSeek, another AI Chinese model that we talked about recently, and then also systems like ChatGPT. However, while some see Magnus as a major leap forward, others are raising concerns about the accuracy, privacy, and security risks given the competition in the AI development between China and Western companies. So this is definitely something that we'll continue to watch. But Eric, how do you see Magnus influencing the global AI industry, especially as China continues to push forward with AI innovation?
Yeah, you raise a couple really good points. One is the cybersecurity concern around, anytime you have any sort of AI tool, regardless of whether it's a Chinese based solution or, from some other part of the world, you have to worry about that being a potential backdoor, for a cybersecurity attack. No matter how well locked down the rest of your enterprise tech stack is, if you put an AI agent on top of it, and that AI agent has a loophole or a vulnerability, that's going to give potential hackers access to all your systems that are touching that AI agent. So you just have to be aware that you're creating another cybersecurity risk by doing that. But I think, overall, it's just amazing how fast all this AI the landscape is changing. As you were asking this question, I was just thinking to myself, by the time this episode is released, my comment might be completely obsolete because it's changing so fast. I mean, a week or two, it seems like every week there's something new happening and changing within the AI space. But it's just a good reminder that we're not anywhere close to being done with even just understanding how AI is going to affect businesses. I think we're just getting started on that. And this is a good indication of that.
Yeah, for sure. And something I found interesting, I guess, about Magnus was it's being positioned as an autonomous agent rather than a chatbot. What do you think there are like risks or benefits of moving away from a chatbot interface more towards an independent AI decision making model? Or what do you think about that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, I think that I wonder that too. Like, if how much human intervention or oversight could you have with an autonomous agent like that? Would it be too easy or too tempting just to let it sort of run on autopilot and let it do its thing? And then does that mean if something's not right, which will happen, it's going to be off base in some areas of whatever you asked it to do? Is that a lot of rework? Is that harder than just having the more chat based engagement and interaction? I feel like in the short term, where we're at right now, the chat based approach makes more sense because we're all learning how to engage with AI. I mean, I've been using it for well over a year on a daily basis. I mean, I use it multiple times a day now. I'm always on AI doing something, and I'm always learning new ways of automating just little tiny pieces of what I do throughout the day, and it's adding up to like really big material changes to how I work. And so I think that's just an example, like at a personal level, of how I'm still trying to figure out how I interact with AI and how it works and all the power and capabilities of it. And if I didn't have that constant chat, kind of back and forth and the corrections and the learning how to talk to AI and all that stuff, if I hadn't gone through that, I don't know that, I don't know how I would use AI otherwise, effectively. So I think as we think about teaching AI and training AI, there has to be that human component, that human engagement and response feedback loop. Without it, I just question or wonder how effective that will really be. So